today we have a very special guest with us. I know everybody's excited here. We have Nathaniel Hopper. Okay, so Nathaniel, can I call you Nate? I just feel like personal when I get a little nickname in there. Okay, so just tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
Well, I was born on July 4th, 1804 in Salem, Massachusetts.
Salem. Oh God.
Right. Yeah. I actually have a family history. My great-grandfather was the judge on the Salem witch trials.
Oh dang! Oh my gosh. They have museums now. You gotta go check them out.
Right.
All right. Okay. So tell us about your works. I know you have some famous books out there.
Yeah. Well, my most famous and it's brought me the most success is The Scarlet Letter, which is a tale of adultery, and I use techniques of legalism and sin and guilt in there.
Ooh, sounds like a good read. I know everybody's excited, and guess what? Everybody look under your chair because you're getting a free copy today.
Oh my God!
Yeah, everybody's excited. I know I am. Very much. So, what influenced you to write such a gruesome piece of betrayal and craziness?
Well, probably the biggest influence to any of my works was when I was 4 years old. I lost my father. He was actually a ship captain, and we lost him to yellow fever, and which kind of made my mom go crazy. She became very overprotective and make me kind of like a bookworm, and which really influenced my.
Totally understandable. Totally
Amen.
understandable.
Amen.
That's. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Got it. We got it. Thank you so much for being here. We enjoyed your presence in this room. Did we, audience? Yeah, we did. Okay.
Any last words?
Enjoy your free book. So, anything you want to say to our audience before we
check out the book. It's a good
on
one.
the towel? Yeah, book. We're all reading it. Woo! Thank you. And we'll be back with a little bit of someone else here. So. Guys, welcome to the show. Today we have our special guest, Mr. Edgar Allan Poe. Yeah. We are so happy that you could join us today. We know how busy you are with all your works and everything. So, how have you been? How's life treating you these days?
What do you think?
What do I think? Well, I think you're a strapping young man. That's what I think. All right. So where were you born, Edgar?
I was born on January 19th in 1809 in Boston, Massachusetts, and after my father abandoned me and my mother died, I kind of just left, and no one was willing to adopt me.
That's horrible. I know that touches everybody in the audience right now.
Aww.
We're very sad about that.
Sad.
I'm sure you are.
But I mean, you've made a success of yourself despite your troubles. So tell us about your works that you've done. You've done some excellent pieces.
My famous novel is inspired by Charles Dickens' novel about ravens.
Charles Dickens, great guy.
Great.
And it's about ravens who follow a distraught lover, and they watch the man descend into madness.
That's
and
good stuff.
this raven instigates the man into madness by saying the word nevermore.
That's a great novel. I have read it, and I'm sure a couple of people in the audience have read it. And if you haven't, don't worry, because we got a copy under your seat.
Oh my God! Edgar, you my man!
Edgar Poe party. Yeah, I've got Poe in the house. Okay, so tell us about what influenced you to write such a gruesome novels here.
Well, I used to have lots of nightmares as a kid, but
don't we all? Especially with your background, it must have been tough for you, huh?
And the Charles Dickens novel also inspired me. He had a book about talking ravens.
Ooh.
And I influenced Vladimir's Lolita and Bernard Malamud.
Lolita, oh right.
And it also influences lots of psychics. They use it to, bring out the spirits and stuff.
Oh, those crazies. Always thinking of new ways to freak people out. Okay. Well, that's all the time we have today, but let's give Edgar a round of applause. Yeah, we enjoyed having you. Thank you. We know you're busy once again. Great meeting. Oh, right, no handshake. Okay, bye. Hey guys, welcome to the show. Today we have another special guest, Louisa May Alcott. Let's give her a hand. That's for listening there. No, it's not for me. Okay. So, alright, so how have you been?
I've been pretty good.
Pretty good? Okay. Why don't you tell everybody where you're from?
Well, I'm from New England, where I was raised by my transcendentalist parents. I was born November 29th, 1832.
Oh, yeah, we can tell English accent works every time. Alright, so, ooh, another whistle. You are just burning up the charts today. You don't even sing. Okay, so, tell us about your, couple of your famous works. We know you have some novels.
Well, one of them happens to be Little Women.
Oh, I've heard of that. It's a film, too. Hitting it big time. What's it about?
It's about a family and a bunch of sisters, and they basically just raise each other, and it's more of where they learn virtue over wealth in the family.
That is good, and that's a... Oh! And that's good. Those are some good things to bring up. You know, power to the women. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop.
I am definitely a feminist. Yes, and abolitionist.
Abolitionist. Power to everyone.
To black people.
All right.
Wrong movement.
Got it. Okay, well, thank you, and that's all the time we have today. No, we don't. We have a little bit more time. What influenced you about all of your feminists?
Well, the virtue over wealth thing was moreover because when, in my family, we hit a financial bump in the road.
Personal experiences.
Yes, and not only that, but as a feminist, I wanted to explain how, you know, women should take a more dynamic role in the world than should it just be men.
And I completely agree with you. Those are some great points that you brought up there. Okay, well, that is all the time we have today. Thank you so much, and thank you for being here. We know you're busy, and we'll see you guys next time. Okay, next on the Poetry Slam we have Louisa May Alcott.
She was a fig queen for the nest of roses, which was the human flower that adorned her. For a year of love and luxury had ripened her youthful beauty into a perfect bloom. Graceful by nature, art had little to do for her. And with a woman's aptitude, she had acquired that polish which society alone can give. Frank and artless as ever, yet less free in speech, less demonstrative in act, full of power and passion, yet still having conscious of her gifts. Beauty with the beauty. It's beautiful. She wins the heart as well as satisfies the eye. Yet unmarred by vanity or affection, she now showed her fair promise of becoming all that deep and tender heart, an ardent soul, and a gracious nature can be. Once like that James and taught her more.
Next up in the 30 Minutes Poetry Slam is Nathaniel Hawthorne.
She had not known the weight until she felt the freedom. No man for any considerable period can wear one face to himself and another to the multitude, without finally getting bewildered as to which may be the truth. The letter A.
Next on the Breeding Brunettes Poetry Slam, we have Edgar Allan Poe. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as someone gently rapping at my chamber door. Next up on the Breeding Brunettes Poetry Slam, we have Herman Melville.
There is a wisdom that is woe, but there is a woe that is madness. And there is a cat-scaled eagle in some souls that can alike dive down into the blackest gorges and soar out of them again and become invisible in the sunny spaces. And even if he forever flies within the gorge, that gorge is in the mountains. So that even in his lowest swoop, the mountain eagle is still higher than other birds upon the plain, even though they soar.
Shortly left after my father abandoned our family and my mother died.
Oh my god!
No one was willing to adopt.
Heart-wrenching stuff.
No one was willing to adopt me.
We can tell he's really upset. Okay.
And there is a cat-scaled eagle in some souls. Damn it! It went dark.
It's really testing my patience.
Okay, are we
Are
recording?
you ready?
Yes.
You're gonna
What?
You're gonna see this side and you don't. Okay, get it going.
Well, I was born on January 19th in 1809 in
Damn, you're
Boston,
old.
Massachusetts. Inspired by Charles Dickens' novel about a raven and it talks.